Cross-examine episode 61. Welcome.
Motherfucker.
What? Every time you... Yeah.
You have to beat that F word, by the way. First
What?
30 seconds, you're not supposed to cuss.
What?
Otherwise, you can be demonetized.
Really?
Yeah.
Did I just swear?
No, I did, though.
Oh. What? What? Screw you. We got to learn how to swear in Japanese.
I mean, it's still not going to help.
But we're English speakers. Maybe the code won't know.
Yeah.
I highly doubt they run it for every single language. Let's learn to cuss in Arabic.
No, why?
I know someone that speaks Arabic that she can teach us.
I'd need a refresher course, but I used to be able to curse in Bosnian.
I don't know what. I don't even know what. Like, if someone speaks Bosnian, I would have no idea. Hey, cross-examine. Episode 61. You're here for anime, not here for Bosnians.
Yeah.
Let's crack straight into it.
This week we're talking about My Senpai is Annoying. Matt's going to talk about that one. Then Blue Period. I'll be talking about Deep Insanity, The Lost Child. And then we'll both be talking about Platinum End and Sakugan episodes 6 through 9. Or 7 through 9.
You could at least try and sound more excited.
I still have a mic and in my mouth.
You didn't have it in your mouth when you started talking. You fucking put it in there as you were talking.
Oops.
He's killing me. Fucking killing me. Hey, My Senpai is Annoying. We had a beach episode finally. One of our main boys, Kazuma, which is a scummy as Kazuma. He's kind of not dating our girl, Igarashi. Wait. No, Igarashi's our short girl. Whatever. He's dating this one chick in the show. And it's so fucking... I love rom-coms. I mean, it's always that kind of first date thing is always so adorable to me because they're like, are we on a date? Like, they're coworkers. So they're in an office, professional office. So they're... Kazuma kind of phrased, let's go to the aquarium, not as a date, just let's kind of go to the aquarium, He's getting jealous because someone else started talking to her. He's like, we're going to the aquarium. So they have this like date, not date kind of thing going on. And in the aquarium, they get to the dolphin show, as every horrible theme park has an aquarium. Dolphin, except this one actually looked decent size for the dolphins. I'll give them that. But at one point, you see them trying to spark, that emotional love kind of feel. Because one of the dolphins has the same eyes as him. She's like, oh, it's just like you. He's all cute and adorable. He's like, oh, cute and adorable. And that's where it leads into the dolphin. Like, they have this one scene where it's like, God damn it, we don't need this much fan service. Dolphin splashes the audience. And everyone knows when you go to like an aquatic show, you should wear a poncho. She gets wet. Of course, Kazuma's eyes straight to boobs. Straight to the boobas. So they go to dry off. And after they dry off, this all leads into them going to the gift shop. She points out, hey, this is the dolphin. Because the dolphin and Kazuma have the same first name. They're both, I don't remember what the name was. So that's why she also found it funny. And they literally have the same eyes. Like, someone compared them in post, and it's literally just the same eyes drawn on the dolphin. So they leave, and Kazuma's like, you know what? I forgot something. I gotta go get it. And you're like, oh, my boy's going to get the dolphin. It's gonna be so fucking romantic. And then what happens? 2 fucking gangster dudes show up and be like, yo, hey, pretty lady, come with us. She's like, nah, I really don't want to. I'm with someone. And they're like, come on. It's like, no, I came here with someone. Kazuma shows up, and straight out of a shoujo manga, he's like, yo, she's mine. Leave her alone. And then he gets embarrassed and covers his face because he said something super embarrassing. She thinks he's cool as shit. They get away from the dudes. They basically run away. She's like, oh, that was so nice of you to say. And he literally says, yeah, I got it out of a shoujo manga I read. She's like, but you did sound cool. That's where that episode ends. And you're like, oh, that was so adorable. It was cute. They're actually starting to love each other. And they're like, boom, you want a beach episode? Boom, here's a fucking beach episode. So you get a goddamn beach episode. And it leads into, this is all important information because Igarashi's friends. So Igarashi's short, flat-chested. Kazuma's office girlfriend, not girlfriend, because they haven't decided yet, is there. She's busting. Big old bitties. But Natsumi, Igarashi's best friend, short hair, dark skinned, yellow eye girl, big old boobas as well. Kazuma starts looking at her boobas, and then Kazuma's girlfriend, not girlfriend, proceeds to beat him up, saying, you cannot look. That's all it is. It's a whole beach episode. You do get this funny moment of her senpai and her going out in the water. Igarashi, our technical main girl of the shore, show, short, flash-chested. This all plays into it.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't know how to swim. Doesn't know how to swim at all. So Senpai, which is this big, burly, like, imagine the Mountain if he was in an anime, is in here. So he's taking her into the deep end of the water. She's like, Senpai, take me out to the water, blah, blah, blah. Literally, she's like, they start having this emotional kind of like, they're kind of flirting with each other, kind of not flirting with each other because, they kind of like each other, but they're not going to admit it. I fucking love that shit. I'll eat it up all fucking day. Like, I don't give a fuck. And then at one point, she's like, you know what? All you men are like girls with big boobs, don't you? He's like, damn right we do. Fucking. He's like, but you know what else is nice? You, because you're smart, funny, blah, blah, blah. She's blushing. He's getting embarrassed. She almost drowns in the water. End of episode. Third episode, like Slam Dunk the anime?
Mm-hmm.
That's basically all that episode is. I'm not going to say any more.
Oh, okay.
Basically, Kazuma's office girlfriend, not girlfriend, has a brother that's younger than her, and he's trying to join the basketball team. And there was this emotional thing where Igarashi and Natsumi talk about their past, where Natsumi used to be bullied because she was a tomboy, and she still is a tomboy, and she's good at sports, and she gave up on sports because, she lost one time big because some boy cheated. But she refound her passion for running and all that, blah, blah, blah. That's not important. Plays into this episode where the Kazuma's office girlfriend, not girlfriend, brother is trying out for the basketball team. He loves basketball, but he's terrible at it. But he learns, through Natsumi and Igarashi, he should try to go for it, even though he's not good at it. Good advice in an anime. So far, this anime has had some fantastic actual real-life advice. He asked Kazuma, hey, can you teach me how to play basketball? Because his older sister, Kazuma's girlfriend, not girlfriend at the office, asked if he could show him around. You learn Kazuma used to be a fucking, like, basically NBA star. Kazuma's like, oh, I'm not that good. I'm a bit rusty. I was okay. Nothing but net. Nothing but net. Nothing but net. It's like, oh, you're so cool, Kazuma. He's like, nah, I kind of messed up a little bit on that one. And then everyone from the show shows up like, oh, let's play a quick basketball game. And it just happens however, rom-com kind of thing happens where Igarashi, her senpai, because he's so big and she can't reach, he basically dunks above her because she can't do anything. And she's like, senpai, that's so unfair. So she goes to shoot a basket and senpai's staying in front of her. And she's like, senpai, duck down. Senpai's like, okay, I guess I should play a little fair. Ducks down. She goes and yeets the ball at his face, hits him, and the ball comes back and hits her in the face. So they both get knocked out.
What?
Dude, it was a fucking classic. It's like, okay, senpai. Huh, boom. Ends in the show of, Kazuma just fucking dunking on everybody and all is good. I'm going to be sad when the show is over because maybe they'll do another season. I think there's more of the light novel being written, but I don't know. I'll be sad when you know what I mean? It's like that kind of like, it's fun, it's relaxing. It's kind of like Nichijou, but at least Nichijou's got a lot of content in it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess Nichijou's a lot more extreme and not a rom-com, depending on which arc you follow. But, what?
Yeah. I was going to say, like, the Nichijou that I've seen, it's heavily comedy focused.
Dude, so there's Nichijou, which is daily lives. And then there's Nichijou no something, which is daily lives of high school boys, which is the spinoff. And I actually saw the spinoff first before I actually saw the original show of Nichijou. If you haven't seen Nichijou, you should watch it. But you should definitely watch My Senpai is Annoying, because that's what we're watching this season. And it's beautiful. And you know what else is beautiful? Blue Period. Their drawings.
I'll give you a pass on this one.
This is what we need to talk about. I'm skipping straight to the last episode we had to watch. I thought he was going to fucking jump. Sorry, I forgot she was going to jump. I thought she was going to jump in front of that train. She got close.
I think it's still a guy.
What?
It is a dude.
It is a dude.
I don't
but he
think they cross-dress, but I don't think they want to be transgender.
But they identify as a woman.
Every context, they use they, them. So,
artist that really deserves
Ryuji.
Ryuji's grandma, by the way, is a fucking MVP. Oh my god. Like,
so nice.
Ryuji's parents
fuck that dad.
Ryuji's parents took all of her art painting supplies away, right? And all of her artwork down. And having a mental breakdown, thinking about killing himself. And then Ryuji's grandma fucking coming out from the fucking last ending, coming out, home run, is like, you can't draw without this. And hands are like art supplies. And I'm in my room fucking crying. Improvise like, why are you being such a little bitch? And I'm like, so fucking emotional. Dude, I want Ryuji's grandma. But Ryuji needs her grandma more than I need Ryuji's grandma.
It's kind of sad that there's only going to be 12 episodes for this season.
I know. We'll have to read ahead. I mean, I have the manga behind me, which I think goes to like episode 4. And I think they're on volume like 7 or something. So we can read pretty far ahead.
Yeah,
For anyone that hasn't, I guess the real quick summarization, we were just talking about episode 10. We're at the part where they're actually doing the test for TUA or TAU.
That was episode 9.
That was episode 9.
Yeah.
So we're actually getting into the finals. The show has gotten surprisingly dark, but yet happy at the same time. Like you can tell people are depressed, especially Ryuji is being thrown in there as like, you know, it's hard to be a cross-dressing man and your parents are drunks and don't accept you. And, you know,
art school is either all or nothing, but your parents have to be supportive of it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like, they just think you're wasting your time.
Yeah.
And
Ryuji's parents definitely, well, those aren't Ryuji's actual parents, right?
No, they are.
They're step-parents. I thought Ryuji had other parents.
They
died and then.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure
that being a plot point.
I thought that was.
No.
Oh. But our, also
that's a Platinum End.
No, that's Platinum End, but there's also a thing for, I thought Ryuji I'll have to double check that fact. But it's kind of, you can talk about all these episodes as one because it felt like one continuous kind of plot point. Spoiler, you know, our boy Yaguchi. I sorry, I can't remember. I watched everything in the past like 24 hours. Yaguchi makes it past the first round, and it's a very emotional first round. Also, there's another big woman, and oh my god, I'm in love.
Not as big as
Adoba.
Yeah,
I know that name.
Oba. Yeah, OOBA.
That's ODBA.
No.
Oh,
I know that
Oba.
name. Oh,
listen, I see the big woman. I'm like, yo, I'm in. Except she's halfway married, so I'm not gonna break that up. But you know, she's got 2 kids. But if she gets a divorce, I mean, yo, I'm in. I'm down. I don't care if you got kids. I was surprised, like how when they drew her house, there's like 0 artwork around.
It's probably confined to an office because it looked like the kids were very young, like maybe 10 or so.
Yeah, but well, she was like in the kitchen area.
Yeah,
I don't know, but you are seeing how much she still believes they can grow in a short amount of time. It's good that they're still encouraging, like, it doesn't matter where you're at. You can still grow. You can still do better. You just got to trust in your own artwork. And out of all of our students that have started, we now are down to 3 or 4.
Yeah. Because
oh, that's right.
Takahashi, the one that dropped out of
I
crane
don't.
school.
Yeah, because he technically dropped that. He's still in.
He's still in. He does play an important part because even Oba like checks in on him. So, of those that are still going to the class, there's 3. But of the people that we've really been following along, 4 of them are on to part 2.
This whole time, I kind of missed the main point of they're accepting basically 3 people into the color painting course. I thought it was 3 students total.
I think overall per course it's only 1 or 2. So like there may be 10 people total that get like accepted in.
That's why
but it's still very, very low.
It's still pretty competitive. I mean, because they win that first round stat, and you even see him get himself psyched up of only 1 or 2 of us are going to make it in here, and then luckily that mirror broke because I helped them, conveniently. I hope him, like they showed that other girl, and usually in the show they've just played off other people as whatever. So I imagine she's going to be an important plot point these last couple episodes. Because we have 3 episodes left?
Yeah.
So, there's one more test. There's two more tests. Because the next test, two people have to say it's good. And then the last one is everyone has to kind of agree.
Yeah.
So my guess is next episode, we're going to get the next test. And then we'll take an episode off. Then we'll do the last test, which will be a big, probably beautiful, grand huzzah. And then maybe they'll leave it off on that.
Yeah. I feel like this, because there are very talented like individuals. You can see based on some of the stuff that they show you, some of the works themselves, but like talking about accolades and even the way some character introductions get shown, where they took the time to that kind of bigger girl that you were pointing out that broke the mirror.
Oba 2.0. Single Oba.
They took the time to have a scene where like she apologizes like later, and
they actually did something to it because that would probably actually happen.
Yeah, I feel like it's going to be one of those kind of scenarios where maybe, and this is just a theory, a film theory, no, that more people are going...
Cross-examining the scene?
Yeah.
That's bombing.
That more people are going to be accepted this year than ever before because the competition is
so close.
Very high. I feel like our 4 guys... At least 3 of them are going to make it, if not all 4. I think the one that would probably fail is the one... He said that he already like got accepted, but that feels like a lie because he's still taking the exams.
Yeah, well, he
Haruka
did point out that people will still...
Pigtails.
Yeah. They already said like they'll still apply for... They even pointed out, which makes sense. There are people that will apply for a college that know they won't get into it, but still apply to show that, oh, you know, I still tried.
Yeah, because didn't he get into a different one, and he's applying for this one just in case?
Yeah.
I think he will make it past the second round, but still fail. And then that will kind of be his send-off where he's always seemed like a little too overconfident. Like they even talk about where it's like, you fetishize art. Like, that was a comment.
That dude's got to... Also, the music... I got to give a shout-out to the fucking artist of the show. Like the people that actually have to draw it. I don't know what their official job title is. Man, that shit looks like it sucks because everything, like when you look at the background now, because we did criticize at the beginning of the season of kind of poor animation quality for some stuff. But now that we're in the last half, it seems like they definitely did work their way back to front because obviously the ending is way more important than anything else. I mean, it's fucking trippy. That museum though what was up with her outfit?
Oh, Hanako?
Hanako, yeah. She's outside, and it's like you always see her in like a nice kind of conservative outfit.
Yeah, schoolgirl outfit.
Yeah, shows up to the museum. It's like, yo, here's my fucking like spiky leather jacket.
I did think it was kind of cruel because you spend half the episode with her, a kind of chubbier guy, and then a really ginky, like energetic girl.
Yeah.
None of those 3 passed. That was like end of it, where it's like, why'd you give them so much screen time and make them likable and like they enjoy
like they want
company,
you to like them, so
and then
take
you
it
like
away.
Literally they were gone.
Oh, you know what I should do?
Half the episode.
My friend, I think he's in town next week. I should get him on and ask him if he's seen Blue Period. Have him like binge it because he went to art school. I remember going to state with him, and the first time he applied, he wasn't accepted. And he was prepared for that. He's like, there was a lot of people that get super demoralized about that. I might just drop out because there's, like I said, I've said this before. Iowa State, you go in as an art student, like graphic design, whatever, and you do like, I think it's like 2 years of it. And the third year you can apply for the actual arts college. And some people need 2 or 3 attempts to get in because it's not like, oh, I studied for a test, boom, it's good. It is, your stuff has to be good. And I have some of his artwork I have some of his first commissioned artwork on there. I paid him 1 cent for that. Commission is commissioned. But I don't know if the show is going to give it to him. I don't know if they'll do the thing of, yeah, he made it, he's in the school, let's go. Or they might do the thing of, he didn't make it in the school. Oh, well. Oh, they did point out something, too. The badass, like the real, creepy gangster-looking dude in his group that he hangs out with had an emotional breakdown in the episode. And it's like, yeah, I want to have a pastry shop. It's like, fuck yeah, dude. Follow your dreams. Don't anyone tell you not to do.
It's super nice seeing the contrast because we spend a lot of time with Yaguchi where he's so heavily stuck in his head.
Yeah.
And he's like underplays just how good he is at specific things, which is a common trait for like a lot of people. Just can't see the value of the thing that you're doing. And his friend was finally had that moment where it's like, you've inspired us. Like, don't think that what you're doing is too selfish or anything like that. Seeing your drive is driving us as well. Because they have another one in their friend group that's also like pushing to go to a specific university that they didn't expect. And
yeah, he's going to like university he didn't expect. And then like, I'm just surprised that his one friend, they had that really emotional thing inside the ramen shop of, that's when he like, what was that episode? That was the most recent episode, wasn't it? Episode 9?
I think so.
Episode 9 was very heavy on the emotional, like, I didn't think I can do it, but now I can do it. You can do it. And then he needed like 8 people to tell him he could do it. And then he finally was like, yeah, I think I can do it.
Mm-hmm. And Ryuji's stuff really starts like coming to a head.
I hope it works out for Ryuji. Like,
yeah.
Can you imagine how insane it would be if like Ryuji doesn't make it in art school and like starts an army?
They did the fucking power play where they literally just drew an X and walked out of the first exam and flunked. Ryuji, which was like, there were a couple people where it's like, that was so badass, they should accept her anyways.
Yeah,
or
that could be considered art, but it's it's not what they wanted.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of interesting that I think because they even point out that with Ryuji, they were doing like some fashion stuff that.
Maybe they'll go to fashion school instead. Maybe that's the
Yaguchi even was like, oh, I like that better than the traditional Japanese drawings. And the girl who's already in TAU was like, yeah, I think the same thing. So maybe just having the drive.
That is also her stalker. Her official stalker. She said it, not me.
Yeah, but I mean, she looks adorable. You could have worse stalkers, I guess.
I mean, it's pretty insane that just the show was insane.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's almost as insane as
well, hold on, because
damn, that was a good. That was
let
me have that transition. Let me have that transition.
Because I feel like, especially there near the end, and this is what I wanted to get to before we pivoted. We're kind of spending a lot of time on Deep Blue,
Deep Blue.
God,
yo, welcome to Deep Blue. Isn't that a movie we watched?
No, I'm mixing Blue Period and Deep Insanity. But Blue Period, I feel like we are underselling just how much you had that moment where it's like, oh, Ryuji might like jump in front of that
like,
train.
We're going to die together. And it's like, should we get lost in the ocean together? It's like, and a train's coming. And Ryuji literally goes,
well, even Yaguchi like starts looking at the train and was like, okay.
Can you imagine if they killed off Ryuji right there? How that would have been.
It'd be crazy.
I mean, luckily Grandma Ryuji's there. I mean,
I just wanted to point out like there's been a couple times with Ryuji where they like opened a window.
Well, Ryuji even said, "What if I didn't exist?" And then
there's just those moments where it's like, I feel like they're totally gonna kill this character. Like
they could have, they definitely could have killed off that character.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they've hospitalized people in the show, and it's like, ooh,
yeah. So
Yaguchi has hives.
Yeah, so they're not like shying away from the realistic aspects of some of that stuff, of the stress like getting to them. And they're not even doing the like half-assed thing with the hives where they're like, oh, you just see some red marks. They get like up close. And it's like, that's really bad. Go to the doctor, please.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty deep to think about. Almost as much thinking as Deep Insanity. How's the show that you picked?
Pretty good. You should keep watching.
Justus is so trying to get out of watching this show. He's like, well, maybe we should just switch out for Demon Slayer. I was like, nope, you're going to finish
Matt
this.
said no, so we could have talked about Demon Slayer
That's
right now.
next week.
But now you have to wait even longer. So that's his fault.
Listen, I'm just saying, you picked a bad show. You got to live with your mistakes.
Mm-hmm. You picked a bad show, too.
What show did I pick that's bad?
Platinum End.
It's all right.
Yeah, whatever. You know it's pretty bad.
It got better.
It got like a little.
Talk about Deep Insanity. Talk about Deep Insanity. What's happened is there some more bullshit about this dude's like, oh, he's new, but he's so good.
The captain that was there, Leslie. Yeah, is totally dead. No.
Oh, how'd she die?
No, not the blonde like Bella.
Oh, the one that stayed behind with the pigtails.
Huh? No,
you don't even
know. So
you said her.
I didn't say her.
Yeah,
I said Leslie. You think her, but the captain.
Said the captain. She's dead. Leslie,
not the commander. Captain, the one who leads the squad on the ground. The one that is a dude.
Yeah, the one that looks like what's his name from Final Fantasy.
Yeah, doesn't have pigtails or anything like that. Just has long hair. Is dead. Totally dead. Totally.
By the time he died. Fuck him. Fuck this show.
Fuck you.
Now you're defending the show?
If I have to watch it, I'm going to defend it, I guess.
You think it's better than anything else we're watching?
No.
You should double down to Demon Slayer.
Look, we are getting into really weird shit. Apparently, Leslie hid cryptic notes for our main boy to find.
Why is it always cryptic notes? Just leave a fucking note.
It was one of those hey, here's this thing. If you get lost, read this. It'll tell you where to meet up.
Did they kill that kid ever?
No. They failed twice already. Last time we talked, they killed
this kid that's in the middle of nowhere.
They failed on the assassination attempt, and that's when
accidentally
Leslie
or
died.
Purposely?
Accidentally. Because Shigure decided to save Leslie's life, which didn't matter anyways because later Leslie died in the episode. So it all got wasted. It's so bad.
Is the script writing just as bad as when I got off of it?
Dude, there's even more stuff now. The actual captain, commander, the one entirely in charge, Vera, blonde-haired, big titty, black outfit chick. Apparently, she could set back time. This entire time with all the missions, she can just reset days and just be like, yeah, I know how this entire thing plays out. This is the most optimal one for the day. Let's play through it. So that's a thing now.
Can't even save Leslie. There was no other alternative. Let's not go on the mission.
Not one that she wanted, apparently.
So she wanted Leslie to die.
Who knows? There's just those moments
where
it's
why? This is how the show's gone on. You've seen Marvel, right? Yeah, let's take a little bit of everything and see if it works.
Yeah, so that's a thing which
fucking dumb.
Yeah, it's that's a whole plot point. I don't know how else to describe it, man. They failed assassination attempts twice. She's
aren't they supposed to be an extreme special forces unit with laser robots and
apparently Shigure was specifically thrown into their team because he started out as a regular grunt and he was exceptional as a sniper. So she planned on doing the assassination attempt on the kid because apparently it can bring about the apocalypse or some shit. And she's you're really good at this. They've played through a bunch of scenarios. She keeps resetting stuff. And every single time it fails because he either gets too emotional or just refuses to do the mission.
He's a former soldier and now that was a sniper, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now this is the problem with some shows. They're oh, we need this one thing to work out conveniently. It's no, you need to make it a way that imagine if American Sniper did that. First mission out, need to kill someone. Oh, no. Yep. It's no, you're going to shoot that motherfucker. There's no room for emotion in the shit.
Yeah, now it's kind of at that point with Vera where things that like were normally happening in her timeline are like deviating to such a point that she doesn't expect stuff to happen. And it's weird small stuff because now you start to see like her point of view for an episode. And one of the things where she's like, okay, he's going to come in and he's going to resign. And he comes in, he's like, you want to have a barbecue with the rest of the command? She immediately goes, yes, because she was expecting him to say, I wish to resign, like, the mission. And then it was like, wait, what? It's like, okay, that's a thing. They literally spend an entire time trying to set up everything. So she has to, she can't back out. She has to show up for it. And then that bitch still doesn't show up. Eventually she does at the end of the episode. But yeah, everything has been ridiculous, man.
I want to point out the show has a 4.92.
Yeah. Woo! Its popularity is 3,200.
To put that in perspective, last season, To Your Eternity had a 8.43, which I feel like went down. When it was.
I don't know. Maybe.
To be fair, when anything is like...
By the way, I'm the one who picked To Your Eternity, so you win some, you lose some.
You win one, and you pick one that just completely obliterates everything.
Mm-hmm. Whatever.
Yo, Deep Insanity sucks.
Yeah, I know. But I've picked some banger ones. It's fine.
So you think you have some gold tier, some might say some platinum picks?
Yeah.
Speaking of platinum ends.
Platinum ends up in hell. Fucking.
Listen,
our main boy is too much of a bitch.
He is such a goddamn pussy. He's like, listen, I'd rather be bullied than bully someone. But he did go berserk at one point trying to hit that guy with like
the red arrow.
Yeah, at least now he's like more willing to hit people with red arrows than not hit people with red arrows. Mm-hmm. Nothing matters these 2 episodes. Let me give you a quick synopsis. Our boy meets Metro Polyman. And they blow up this tower. People might get hurt. And they try and lay a trap. Trap doesn't work. Our detective dude fucking dual wields, was it Kimbo? Kimbo fucking M9s right into his fucking back. He's like,
somehow his head gets hurt.
Yeah, somehow I don't know.
I thought that was weird. They made it very clear he shot him in the back.
Yeah.
And then the front of his mask was broken. And it's like, okay.
So a bolt must have gone by, grazed him, whatever.
They make a point to call that a bulletproof.
Yeah. So long story short, Metro Polyman gets away. Our 2 boys almost die. We find out that you can stop other arrows with an arrow.
I thought that was a cool
makes
introduction.
Sense. And but they do point out anything from our world can stop from our world, but anything from their world can't stop our world. And vice versa, which means maybe they'll do the Death Note thing and one of the angels will sacrifice themselves.
Good.
I could see that happening. I could see that being a cheap, like, oh, it's super creative, but we've done it before. Let's do it again. Listen, the show is like, it's almost like super good. You know what I mean? It's like right on the edge of being almost super good.
Yeah, I feel like if they moved some sliders, in the like character creation, where the charisma and
all of
stuff
our characters
like that,
are so generic.
Just move the sliders a little bit. The little bitchness that our main boy has, just slide it down just a little bit.
Yeah. But the big thing I wanted to get to about Platinum Ends, because not a whole lot happened. That one fight was almost 2 episodes, right? Mm-hmm. And there was a lot of chit chat. Whatever. The show was a lot of chit chat. Was how fucking creepy the assassin dude is.
Well, hold on. Saki almost kills herself or tries to get.
Oh, that's right. For some reason, I thought that was in the.
Or kill her. Yeah.
Saki almost kills herself. Thing. That was kind of emotional. She's like, I want to die, blah, blah, blah. Get in bed with me. And we all thought they were going to fuck. Like, even her angel's like, what? A guy and a girl in a bed alone? Blasphemy. And then it's like, no.
I will also give, just because Revel is his name, there are rules that you can bend that other people don't think about. So in their case, Revel can attempt to rank up
to become a special.
Even a first rank, because he's second rank right now, so she only has the red arrow.
Yeah.
He could get all the way up to a special rank, which would give her the wings and a white arrow, which at some point, I feel like if they're focused on doing that, why don't they just try to get his, like, Metro Polyman, like, Kanade's angel, see if there's just some ridiculous way that they can figure out how to de-rank that person so he loses a white arrow.
We already collected so many of the other ones, though.
Yes.
But it doesn't matter. Well, he'd have to lose his wings because you can't get wings. Well, you can, but he doesn't have an extra set of... Oh, no, he does because he gave it to Crazy Bitch.
Yeah, but he's lost those because she died.
True.
So he doesn't have those wings anymore or that red arrow. So he's losing a couple things because that's permanently gone. So
they're going to do something at the end that's going to be like, cue Death Note music. Do. It's like, oh shit, they set this up from the start. Our dude that's a pussy really wasn't a pussy. He was just tricking everyone this entire time so he could kill them all at once.
That old man's also real smart.
Oh yeah, the old man is real smart until his kids.
Nanao.
Yeah, until his suit. It's like, oh yeah, that's just a fat Master Chief. That's literally what his suit is. Also, before I guess we get into the crazy dude, her suit was heavily
ugly bastard.
Yeah, ugly bastard. Our girl, her suit is way too cat girlish.
I like how they try to like justify it, where it's like it becomes a visor.
Here comes a visor. It's like, what's with the tail? You can grip stuff. Yeah, it's like, okay,
and
settle the fuck.
Grip stuff. It's like that's where the battery's located, and it can exhaust the excess heat like at a safe distance.
It's like, oh, okay, like I see what you're doing here. It's so because she's even standing there like, yeah. It's like, what the fuck, man? I hope this never gets found and turned into a gift. Yeah.
Also, dude. How much money does she have? Because they buy a church. They bought a church.
Yeah, I convinced my parents to buy a fucking church. Did you see the articles that's scrolling by? Oh, 40% over market value. Like, there was stuff scrolling by like it's so expensive. I'm like, yeah, we just bought a church.
I would assume that a church, especially one that size, where the angels can literally like just freely fly around.
Yeah. In Tokyo. Mm-hmm. I imagine they were like, oh, here's a bank. Here's a red arrow. Like, I feel like they didn't even do that. They're just like, yeah, my parents let me stay here instead. It's like,
yeah, I shot them with a red arrow. They let me move out. And it's like, well, they didn't let you do anything. You made them have you move out.
A red arrow must have been used somewhere in here.
Yeah, it was kind of ridiculous.
Okay, so ugly bastard. Let's just skim over this real quick.
That man's really ugly.
That man is...
I'm gonna say it. That man should have used the noose. He was like that close when his mom like killed herself. And
I thought he was by himself because I don't know, maybe I just missed it. Didn't realize they're both living in poverty under that bridge, which I don't know how the situation is in Tokyo. I feel like there's ways to get out of that. I don't know. But that man is real fucking like there's ugly and then there's like they were like, hey, who here is drawn like ugly bastard hentai? Oh, Jimmy, get over here. Mm-hmm. What do you need?
You like JoJo?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. You like JoJo? Yeah. You like drawing ugly bastard hentai? Yeah. Here you go. Here's your budget. Get to work.
Just don't show a dick and make him overly fat.
Yep.
2 conditions.
And then they made him like beautiful, but it was like an ugly, kind of eerie, beautiful. And all the girls were like, oh, he's so pretty. I'm like, oh man, that's still, even without knowing him before, that was still kind of creepy.
I do like how...
He's like giant, he's like bug eyes.
Yeah. I do like how they take the time to... He got very beautiful, got all this lipo and like Botox and shit. But he still can't talk to women. Oh, yeah. So the confidence isn't there, where it's like, cool, at least they didn't just character shift him either.
Yeah. He still is the person
his
he
motivation is stupid.
He did get kind of brainwashed by the Metropolitan Man. He's here to change the world. I don't give a fuck if the world gets destroyed. I am his servant.
Yeah, his motivations are dumb.
I don't get how he went from... I assume his angel's helping him a lot because he does all this research. And I guess when people get super addicted, it's like they can just do things you think they never could have done. But they did kind of do the cheap thing of, oh, he found him. It's like, okay. But
It shot the
oh, also we don't have to. We're not ugly shaming. He saw himself in the mirror and got scared. Just saying.
yeah, he knows he was ugly.
Yeah,
it was bad. Also, that kiss scene was real gross.
that was very. I don't think I've ever seen ugly teeth drawn like that. I've seen people just do one color. They're like individually going into the teeth. I'm like, okay, someone spent way too much time making this guy ugly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Jesus
I bet
Christ.
they loved it though. They're like, God, do you see how bad it is? Like, they did a great job, right?
That's probably the whole thing of this bad. No, you can do worse. Like, oh, what if they just found a random picture of someone and then but now he's teamed up with Metro Polyman, and they kidnapped
Makaido's
wife and daughter, and they tore up the dress he made, which made him both dresses.
Which, by the way, was super sad. I'll give that. Yeah. That scene near the end of the episode where the daughter...
He wasn't sure if she was alive or dead.
No.
Are you talking about that, or are you talking...
No, different thing. He gets home, and he's like, oh, I've almost finished with your dress for your piano recital. And then she points out where she's like, oh, you didn't, why are you making me like a wedding dress? And you know why. He's not going to live that long.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, that's really sad. And you see the wife over like in the corner basically crying to herself because she knows like the implications behind it. And it's like, all right, every so often you guys can do things that hit the correct notes where it's really sad. And then you get this ugly fucker like the next episode.
They gotta bring you back.
What? Back down to like
reality,
below the earth?
There goes gravity.
Yeah, back down to reality. Unfortunately, they did it so badly you bounced and now you have a concussion.
No, you bounced. You ended up looking like that guy.
Fuck.
Jesus, that was just such a. You're sitting there and they're like, next episode. Oh, here's. Oh.
Yeah.
That's literally what we get hit with. And, oh. It was
pretty bad.
What's the ugly bastard? Sorry, what's the ugly bastard's name?
2 seconds. Hajime.
Hajime.
Yeah.
Hajime no Ippo.
No, stop it.
Well, what do you mean stop it? Maybe I should stop going on this journey, just like the guys in the Sakugan should stop their journey. Dude, that opening is still so fucking good. Like, after watching Platinum Ends, I started watching Sakugan. I'm like, I'm so tired. Then you hear that, gotta be, da, da. And I'm like, okay, fucking pumped. Let's fucking go. Sakugan. Let's fucking do this shit. Speaking of sad shit, man, that second to last episode was...
yeah, hold on. Real quick. Yuri is a moron. Absolute moron. Why are there so many dumb characters this week? Because this motherfucker, Flowers.
Yeah, he's been picking every flower, and it's like, oh, as soon as he started getting sick, I'm like, bet it's the flowers. Then it's like, oh, we're getting real sick. He's like, look, I made a shitload of charms. Then everyone starts getting more sick. I felt like it was kind of a cheap episode. I feel it was definitely more of like a filler type thing. Because you could tell same background was used, stuff was changed. Which means maybe the last fight's going to be pretty fucking big.
Yeah, I felt like they just used it as a way to like passage time because they're trying to get further along. Yeah. But yeah,
but also to show you her dreams because it did focus heavy on her dreams where she's starting to see Gagumber, where he is dying in her dreams now, and now you see this new character that's in her dreams.
Yeah, because you've seen the field of red flowers before.
Yeah.
And now the revelation is, yeah, that's red because them flowers are covered in blood.
Yeah. You gotta stop eating Mike and eggs, man.
Why?
I can hear it. I can definitely hear you eat Mike and eggs.
Sorry. They're so good.
Stop eating them on set. I got water. I had juice. That episode was like... Yeah, and then they tried... to fix it by having this cactus, and then the cactus is like, oh,
that's a fake.
This can be a fake one too, and also cause this. And it's like, God damn it. And then luckily it goes into the next episode because the next episode starts, but there is an important thing where he says, I don't care about your dream. Let's stop with this dream. Like it's a very rough of, he needs to de-stress. You know, there's only so much sometimes parents can take, especially in this like live or die situation.
I think one of the things that sucks, and it permeates between the 3 episodes, and it kind of crescendos there, between Memempu trying to rush and get there, because she feels that the dream is so real that like it's going to happen.
Yeah.
And Gagumber is struggling with the fact that he really doesn't want a partner. Rufus, his previous partner, died, and that does like play into what we're about to talk about. And he has those moments where he's like, I just want to be alone. And they both, Memempu and Gagumber, like clash on that, but neither of them are willing to openly say anything or even actively apologize, even when everyone else is like, just apologize. And it's like, all right, well, at some point, just understand that, like, technically they're both right within certain regards, but, like, there's no need to apologize. It's kind of frustrating. The, like, apologizing thing, I felt stuck too much.
Yeah. I'd say the roughest episode. It's been a rough week for a lot of shows because you're obviously at that very end where, like, stuff needs to happen. You know, you're reaching, you touch the Mike and Ike's, I'm going to fucking knock your Mike and Ike's out. I don't know. You're going to be up. I don't know. I don't know what I got for that. Fuck you. No, when you find out that I'm going to oh, okay. I was about to say, I'm going to fucking stab you. Was the girl they're traveling with is actually named Zach, and Zach is actually the sister of Rufus. And the thing is, like, the whole time, Gagumber is thought that Zach was a boy, which is why he didn't suspect her of being Zach. And you finally have that mental break of, you know, hey, come get your daughter. I want my money. You're the reason why my life is shit because I waited for you for days to weeks to months to years and you never showed up. I hunted you down. I found you. I'm getting my revenge because you killed my brother. And then you come to find out, like, it's kind of his fault, kind of not his fault at all.
I feel like it's definitely not his fault, but the circumstances around it look like it's his fault.
Yeah, and that's why he says, like, you know, you're just a kid. You probably don't remember it right. So it was a very emotional, like, you even see, like, you know, Zach's crying, and then Gagumber at one point pins her, and it's like, you know, hey, try not to kill you, just don't understand. And then, you know, Memempu almost dies because she falls from the rope, and you find out he actually has this, like,
illegal implant.
Yeah, illegal implant that gives him, like, extra power, and then, like, he full on, like, crashes. Like, he goes, saves her, and then you see the whole, like, you think he died. Like, I thought he died for a second. It's like, oh shit, he's not waking up. Not waking up.
Yeah, because the chip can override the nerves and basically, like,
fry some of them.
It can fry some of them, but also just push past the limits that they're supposed to.
Plus ultra.
Kind of. Is essentially, imagine Deku's like trying to use 100%, but can really only use like 20%. Yeah. Some of those effects, not to that degree, are the same kind of result.
Yo, where can I get
Which is why he's called Gale, because that's what that is.
Yeah, because he comes in that episode, I should say too. He went back to his hometown. That was a whole point. Like, he's meeting the shopkeeper, all that.
Yeah, I think Zach has just been trying to guide him back there.
Yeah.
So that's why she stuck around and then decided to stick around after. I do have one gripe with their fight, though.
What?
There was a whole lot of Gagumber going, just listen to me. And then Zach going, why won't you tell me? And it's like, stop fucking shooting at him for 2 seconds and let him explain himself. What the fuck?
Women don't listen.
There was too much of it. Like, that was half of the fight.
Also, Gagumber is way older than her. Like, because she even points out, like, you even tried to sleep with me. It's like, listen, bitch. Like, didn't know you were a dude at that point.
I mean, not a dude. And
yeah.
I feel...
Yo, we get a beach episode. Dude, this one, too.
Definitely not that much older. Probably what? Dude, 9 years or so, realistically?
Nah, like
Between
at least 10.
Zach and Rufus,
10. The rule is half your age plus 7.
Yeah,
they're too old. Also, we got a beach episode.
Wait, how old is Memempu?
What? Mempu's like 12?
12? So...
Mempu wasn't even born yet.
Yeah, so it probably would have been 14 years ago
Or
that he would have, like, fucked off after Rufus died. She's late 20s.
Other than that, we got a beach episode.
Yeah.
Not by choice. They got trapped. And it's so
I
bullshit.
wasn't expecting them to just keep Zach in, and I'm just going to call her Zach. Zach Leto is like, whatever. It's Zach. Is
Zach Brannigus.
Dude, they kept her in her like bra and underwear so long.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
that whole... I love how her whole scene in that episode was like, I'm cleaning my gun. That's all I'm doing. I'm cleaning my gun. And then, like, it's so cheap. It's like, yo, we need power. Yo, listen, we got like 1,000 papayas. I'm sure we can figure out something. It's like, that's so fucking... You're telling me...
I have all these copper and zinc sheets sitting around. It's like, where?
Dude, listen, man. I love how they get saved again by that dude that they met before.
Miro?
Yeah, he's like, hey, what's up, guys? It's me. It's like, that's literally that episode. They're just trapped on the island trying to figure out how to get off the island. There's an emotional, like, I love you, Memempu. It's like, I love you, Kankabai, or whatever.
They finally do talk about, like...
the dream. And
the dream.
he tells her kind of not worry. That's kind of the parent's job, don't worry. And then, of course, the dude's like, yo, what's up? I'm here to save you.
Yeah, Miro. It's like, Memempu, Gagumber, are you guys okay? And that's like the end of the episode where it's like, yeah, fuck you, Yuri.
How many episodes is it supposed to be? I think there's supposed to be 12.
Yeah.
So we'll get another season.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way they could
also just getting more of those hints because they're like those robot things. There's way more of them that you see this time. Also Europe, the character that she dreams that's like in the center, it really does exist because at one point she's like just above them.
Yeah. Well, then the people chasing them, I guess, did commit some acts of murder.
Yeah, they're doing some like weird shit
that we don't know. They'll probably give us a hint of what they are at the end of this season. Mm-hmm. They'll be like, okay, check next season to find out what they are.
Yeah, because one of them, the like robot things, like they destroyed a city. They shut it down entirely.
Yeah.
So crazy shit's happening.
Maybe it's surface dwellers versus underground dwellers. Maybe that's a...
Yeah, but that one looked way too like a robot. Unless it's a mask something, but...
I don't know. Because they even say, like, this is old technology. It's like, well, that technology would be passed down and someone would be maintaining it. So I wonder if, like, there was an underground society that kept living that no one knew about and they don't know they still live there. They just live in, like, a high, kaiju area. Versus the rest of the world doesn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe. It's all super interesting. I'm interested to see where things finish off. I just don't know.
I'm getting that model kit. I'm getting the Sakugan model kit.
Yeah, it's cool. I don't know in the last 3 episodes how they're going to nicely bow this for another season because there's so many hints of like other stuff going on with like the robots. Sometimes you see some like extra kaiju being more active.
Well, the kaiju definitely way more active.
Yeah. There's the big dream stuff, which I feel like is going to continue to play.
There's also a lot more cave-ins and stuff that have been happening. So that's why I'm thinking maybe the above ground world is coming back to drill down towards the underground world, and then that's why there's more cave-ins. That's why the dreams are more vivid. They're getting closer. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe a nuke's going to go off. Everyone's going to die.
This is based off of a novel. And so I'm not reading the novel.
Maybe I will, just for shits and giggles. But hey.
I can't read.
We know you can't read.
Yeah, I just have someone read the subtitles to me.
Oh, God. You know, there's this thing called English dub you could watch.
Not for that.
Someone can dub it for you.
Right.
There is a few things I wanted to talk about. So that's it for our regular shows. There is news. Fine, have a fucking mic and iPad. I don't care anymore. Eat it in the mic. Let the audience hear what you've been doing this entire time that we've already heard. You put that mic in front of your face and you eat. I want to hear the chew of shame. Chew, you better chew. There we go. For ASMR listeners, Justus. No, did you see the Demon Slayer studio founder was sentenced to 20 months in prison?
Mm-hmm.
For violating corporate tax laws.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, dude.
That was like a 2019.
Yeah, so it's an old thing.
With like COVID and stuff, they finally just got around to being able to sentence him.
Yeah. Other
he did
big
openly
news.
admit it, so that's why it's not that long.
I assume they say 20 months in jail, but he'll probably be like house arrest or something. I don't know. Return to Anohana, the flowers we saw that day. Stage play is going to be adapted next year, and it's going to get released. I don't know. That was kind of all the info we had. Oh, sorry, something popped up there. The Kiko no Botomo. I tried to figure that out. Writer for Cowboy Bebop. Oh, hang on, I'll pull up the whole article. It'll tell me how to say it. It was one of the writers for Cowboy Bebop in Tokyo Godfathers. Died, which is kind of sad, you know. They just canceled live action Cowboy Bebop, which, I'll be honest, I didn't have a problem. I think just a lot of people purposely wanted to hate on it. I think it was fun. The problem is they should have done one season introducing it the way the original Cowboy Bebop introduced it, so people that didn't know anything knew something, because it's heavily like, oh yeah, you know Cowboy Bebop. We don't need to add that much detail. So if you've never seen Cowboy Bebop, people don't understand, you know, what it is. And then the last bit of news, Tanya the Saga of Evil mobile game. Oh, what?
Kiko Nobumoto.
Oh, what he said.
I just had
Did
to
you
say.
know Tanya the Saga of Evil had a mobile game?
Yeah. 3 days ago when you told me.
Yeah, like I didn't even know that thing fucking existed, and they're like, yeah, we're shutting down service. And I was like, first of all, why is there a fucking mobile game? Second of all, it made me start playing the Konosuba mobile game again, and I immediately stopped playing it because it's fucking dumb. That's pretty much it for the news. Next week, it's the A-list, so that includes stuff like 86. We're now watching Demon Slayer, so it's going to be the 1 hour special and then 2 episodes with that, right? Because there was an episode this week and an episode next week on there. So
the entertainment district arc.
Come next week we should be finishing up a lot of shows.
That's what they do in the entertainment district.
Ooh.
Sorry.
Slaying them demons.
Yeah.
Well, that's all
That's
I got.
what she said.